All right. Pretty stoked right now. This is my first day on my 162 wide BRD new board for 2020. And for me, man, I'm just looking at that thing. I'm fuck. It's like full circle in terms of snowboard design. It feels, it's shaped like, feels like a bar foot to me. I'm just stoked that Mervin did win it. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, fuck yeah, I'll take it. Oh. Alright, so I gotta talk a little bit about this bird riding at you. So it's cold as hell today. Should have been in my 5.4. It's frigid. Anyway, it's just the thing about the sport. I said it earlier, but it's, you know, you can ride all kinds of boards, but when you get on a tapered board that has a lot of taper in it, it takes some adjustment, you know. But I can tell you what, like today is like we've got 2 feet of snow in the last few days. It's been real windy up here, and so we got these like heavy wind drifts, and typically those wind drifts are happening in bad spots, and riding a POW board is priceless and shit like that, because you always pop out of that stuff. You're rolling through the trees and you're like, oh, wind drift, poof, you're through it, you're over it, you're on the other side. A board that's got a lot of taper, it's got a lot of buoyancy in the front like that. Trying to sort out how much front foot you can put down versus a standard board. It's like, man, you can stand on it. It's a little bit, this bird is a little bit soft. So you gotta, you know, you can't, it's not like a titty fish. There's nothing like a titty fish, but you can stand up on that front end. You can really get it turny. And like I said before, somewhere else in videos, it just doesn't, you know, the bird just doesn't charge that well. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, like, it just gets nervous and twitchy when you're really letting it blow through chop and stuff. Let her rip a little bit. Never been in here before. Suddenly tight. Ooh, wrong side of the fence. Oops. It's a POW board. I mean, shit. Like I said somewhere else, it's like, I think where this board really shines is like deep POW day, and I mean cold deep POW day, where it just boils, snow is boiling. That's where this board starts to shine. If it's packed out, wind blown, there might be a better choice. I gotta tell you what, for wind blown, packed out POW, I can't beat a skunk ape. Cannot beat a skunk ape. And snow that I'm riding today. God, this thing is awesome in the POW. So turny. It's a POW board. Wait for this POW days. So being good, doing reviews on it is kind of unfair, because basically every time I have this thing out, it's kind of. Got some people coming through here already. There's one right there. Oh, I'll take it. I'm not looking where I'm supposed to be looking. I'll take it to there. Oh, it's nice and soft in here. Oh yeah, look at that. As a dedicated, like full-on just straight POW board, like you just ride POW, it's all time. It's like one of the best POW boards ever, in my humble opinion. I like it actually. I like it over the Birdman in that I like the width a little bit. And yeah, it's a camber board, but man, it's like the camber is so mellow that the moment you're standing on it and any snow at all, it's barely there. But because of that camber, when you do load it lightly, it springs a little better. But the thing that I don't like about it is that if you put the bindings on the board where they suggest you put the bindings on the board, you end up with like full-on clown shoe front nose. It's a ton of it, and yeah, it's early rise and it's got all that, but when you pick up a little speed on a groomer or anything, it's just it's a flopper, you know. It's like a flopper. And the taper in it is pretty dramatic, and it's torsionally, it's not real stiff torsionally. So what that does is the nose is like, it's like super, it in chop and deep chop snow, and it just wants to deflect off of everything. It just wants to be deflecting, and you know, like you hit the left side of the board, it just folds up and turns sharp. Right side folds up and turns sharp. It's like you're trying to find yourself pushing the nose through it, you know, standing in the nose to try to keep it, get it to settle down and ride a straight line, but it's always deflecting. It's, I don't know, man. So I moved the bindings up pretty dramatically just to cut down on that chatter and to keep it from deflecting, so I can push the nose through stuff and not have it like trying to find itself around. And I like it. I just don't have any deep snow to, when the taper's so dramatic that you could ride this thing center stance and still get a good float out of it, you know? I mean, it feels like it's a really specific, dedicated, light POW board exclusively. It's not that it doesn't rail. I mean, shit, it rails, but it's just, it's nervous. It's slow. It feels weird. It is pretty. This is a bird. The thing is about this bird, it's nice knowing there, is that it's like a stoner board, man. Meaning, it's really just nice to be not light it up, just take it easy with it. Smoke some weed, you know.